So guys, I thought I'd stand up and do a little cast today. I find I sit down and it's okay, but I'm more of an active person. I'm better when I'm up on my feet. Today is going to be on about talking a little about perceptions and how we judge other people and their perceptions, our perceptions of them, sorry, and how I can maybe give you a little idea of how we can shift that. So the easiest way to start with this is like this. Try and remember a time very recently or not so recently when we've kind of said or done something and we've been judged for it. And we've gone to that person, we've said to them, look, I'm being really straight with you. I think you've got the wrong end of the stick. And they've sworn blind that you're lying. They know the truth. It's all wrong. And that you're a liar and whatever. Swear words come out, all of that. And they swear that they know what's going on inside your head. They're like some genius mind reader, and they've got completely the wrong end of the stick because they're wrapped up in their own misconception of you. They're all the way over here and you're somewhere just here, and you just want them to see you, and they were all the way over there. And you're saying to them, I promise you, you really, really got this wrong. No, they're arguing. I know what I saw. I know what I mean. You're a liar. So, you try to explain yourself out of this and it makes you feel angry and you get upset and you call them an idiot because they're not listening to you, because they're acting like a bit of an idiot, to be honest with you, because their conception is completely what they believe. Think about if the tables were turned now and you judge and categorize somebody else and do that to somebody else. And in your mind, you're right. And they're swearing blind that you've just got the wrong end of the stick. No matter how much they promise you that you were wrong, you're not willing to listen because you're wrapped up in your misconception. You categorize and box all of their actions and everything they've done, and you swear you can read their mind and you think you're right. That's how we get into trouble in relationships. That's how we get into problems. Because what we tend to be doing is judging, categorizing, and trying to make sense of the world around us. And sometimes we just get it wrong. Just say, for instance, I can get you to say something right now. If you say to me, straight to my face, I'm perfect, I'm really knowledgeable, and I know everything. I'm so knowledgeable, I know everything, that I know I'm right. I'm so perfect. I doubt there's a person out there that I'm saying this to that believes that. And if they do, then usually they're also going to be making mistakes because they're still not willing to listen. So if none of us are perfect and we're all doing the best we can with the knowledge that we have and we're making mistakes with it, and yet we're going around judging people and misconceiving them, we wonder why there's so much turmoil in the world and why there's so many problems in the world when this is going on. It's very easy for us just to step outside ourselves a little bit and see the way we're reacting to that person. And really be honest and say, was I really seeing what I was seeing? I thought I saw what I saw, but could I have been wrong? And usually, to be honest with you, I'll hold my hand up. We've all can be wrong. We've all messed up. And I guarantee you, every single one of us have misconceived many situations in our lives and got shit wrong. And I bet we've upset people. And we've lost friends over it. And I've lost friends over people having a conception of me and vice versa. So I'm going to be really straight with you. If we want to make the world a better place and we want to make our lives a bit easier, offer the forgiveness to others that we would like to get back to ourselves. Very, very simple here. If you have been judged, if someone has judged you, remember how that feels. Remember how that makes you feel. and then try and give the same courtesy to the other person. The moment you start giving that other person that level of courtesy, we might just need it back one day, and that person will remember that, and you might mess up worse than you did to that other person. And then if they don't go to forgive you, say, look, mate, remember that time that we had that disagreement, and I seen the world from your point of view and I believed you. Believe you me, this is the same situation, but it's in reverse. Believe you me, I believe you, yeah? And they might go, yeah, you did, yeah, I remember that. Then they might believe you, and then you start to build trust. And trust is so important. Trust and not being judged, and not being put in a box, and not being categorized. Which I know I've been quite a lot by a lot of people. Because of my actions and the way I was, I deserved it. I'll be straight with you. So let's just try and give the same level of forgiveness and understanding and open-mindedness to other people of what we expect for ourselves. That way the world of trust will start to grow. We all have the best intentions. We all have the best ideas. It's not one of us out there will say, I'm a really bad person. Not many people get up in the morning and say, I'm going to go out today and really piss some people off. I'm going to purposely cut people up in my car. I'm going to go out and mess a few people up and really piss them off because I really want to be hated today. Come on, man. There's not many people in the world that are like that. And if they are, they're a pretty bad person. And you know what? They'll get theirs. You don't need to get involved. You don't need to be the dealer of it. You know, there's people out there that get upset when people have bad manners, or they do this. They go out searching for people with bad manners and then get upset at everybody that doesn't quite fit into them. Yeah, you did that. You have bad manners. I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. Well, let me give you a piece of your mind. Let me just say something here, right? People have standards and they expect people to fit into their standards. And they sometimes say these words, he didn't really fit into my level of standards, didn't quite come up to my mark. Who said he had to? Or she had to? Or they had to? Nobody has to come up to your mark, mate. That's your unrealistic standard. Let me just ask you something, fella. Do you have that standard for yourself? And a lot of people expect so much from everybody else, but they don't get up off their asses and do it themselves. It's always so quick to judge the very people which are like critics of everybody else but don't do anything else with their own lives. They're the worst types. But if you, lo and behold, ask them, hang on a minute, what evidence do you have for that? Where did you come to that conclusion? Who told you it was right? Who told you it was wrong? Most of them won't have nothing to back it up. They're all opinionated, but none of them have any knowledge or nothing to back it up. So they need to take a good look at themselves. And the only way we can do that is realize that the way we're flinging this shit out into the world, these people, they're all like that. All politicians bad, all English are bad, or Welsh are bad, or Scottish are bad. Everybody says shit. I'll be really straight with you. There's good and bad in everywhere. I've got some great friends in Wales, and I've met some right arseholes in Wales as well. I've had some great friends in London, and I've met some right arseholes in London as well. I've not met any more arseholes anywhere else. Per percentage capital of people I've met. They're everywhere. And the reason why people think they're arseholes, and I might have thought they were arseholes, because I was judging them to my standards. My standards of what I thought an arsehole was. So you ticked all the boxes, he must be an arsehole. But what if he wasn't an arsehole? What if it was just my concept, my idea? Yeah? People can sometimes be having a really shit day and be acting in a shit way, and you might happen to just bump into them when they were having that bad day, yeah? And then you've judged them just by that one experience you've had with them and tarred them with the brush of an arsehole. You might wake up tomorrow, be a completely different person. He was just having a really shit day yesterday. You see him walking down the street and go, oh, there's that arsehole from yesterday. And then you go over and start having a go at him, and he was really in a good mood. And he'll be like, hang on a minute, who the fuck is this guy giving me a hard time? See what I mean? And then that creates a friction. And then he was having a good day, you've made it a bad day, and then he's become the arsehole again. And you then justified because you think, yeah, I was right. But you've just created that problem. These are what we do every day of our lives. We go around shouting at everybody and creating these injustices and imbalances. And none of us want to take responsibility for our own actions, but we expect everybody to forgive us for when we've done something bad. But most of us find it hard to forgive people for half of what they've done. Let's start the courtesy with somebody else before we expect it for ourselves. Yeah? Show some love, bruv. This is Namaste Nick, or just Nick as you know me. Sending some love into the world. Just want to say thank you for tuning in. It means a lot to me.